It was very late by the time Ravana and her mother returned home from the concert. Ravana was so tired he had to lean against mother to make it up the stairs, the way father used to lean against her. She had stopped thinking of anything but the pain that seemed to be in every part of her body, from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. Her feet burned and stung with every step. When she took off her sandals, she could see why. Her feet, used to walking such long distances, were covered with blisters. Most of the blisters had broken, and her feet were bloody and raw. Nuria and Miriam's eyes widened when they saw the mess of Havana's feet. They grew wider still when they saw their mother's feet. They were even more torn up and bloody than Havana's. Havana realized that mother hadn't been out of the house since the Taliban had taken over Kabul a year and a half before. She could have gone out. She had a burqa, and father would have gone her any time she wanted. Many husbands were happy to make their wives stay home, but not father. Tatiana, you are a writer, he often said. You must come out into the city and see what is happening. Otherwise, how will you know what to write about? Who will read what I write? Am I allowed to publish? No. Then what's the point of writing? And what is the point of looking? Besides, not before long, the Afghan people are smart and strong. They will kick this Taliban out. When that happens, we have a decent government in Afghanistan without we go out again. Until then, we stay here. It takes work. It takes work to make a decent government, Father said. You are a writer. You must do your work. If we had left Afghanistan, we had a chance. I could be doing my work. We're Afghans. We have home. If only educating people live, some will rebuild the country. What's an argument Ravana parents has often? The whole family lived in one room, they were no secrets. Mother's feet were so bad from the long walk that she could barely make it to the room. Ravana had been so preoccupied with unfair possession. She hadn't given any thought to what her mother had been going through. Nora tried to help, but mother just waved her away. She threw her broken bones in her mother's feet. Mother acted as if Nuria wasn't there at all. Finally spread a light blanket over her. It was a long time before the sun stopped. Mother fell asleep. When Nuria tried to look after mother, Miriam looked after Ravana. But in her charm and concentration, she carried a basin of water over to where Ravana was sitting. She didn't spill a drop. She wiped Ravana's face with a cloth she wasn't quite able to lift up. Gratefully the cloth ran down Ravana's neck. The water felt good. She saw her feet in the basin and they felt good too. She sat with her feet in the basin while Nuria got supper. They wouldn't tell us anything about father. Ravana told her sister, what are we going to do? How are we going to find him? Nuria started to say something, but Ravana didn't catch what it was. She began to feel heavy. Her eyes started to close, and the next thing she knew it was morning. Ravana could hear the morning wind being prepared. I should get up and help, she thought, but she couldn't bring herself to move. All night long she had believed in and out of them about the soldiers. They were screaming at her and killing her. In her dream, she shouted at them to release her father, but no sound came from her lips. She had even shouted, I am Alali, I am Alali, but the soldiers paid no attention. The worst part of her dream was seeing mother bleeding. It was as if Ravana was watching it happen from far, far away and couldn't get to her to help her out. Ravana suddenly sat up and relaxed again. When she saw her mother on the toe shack on the other side of the room, it was all right, mother was here. I headed to the washroom, Nuria offered. I don't need any help, Ravana said. However, when she tried to stem the pain, it was very bad. It was easy to accept Nuria's offer and leave her across the room to the washroom. Everybody leaves and everybody in the family, Ravana said. Is that right? Nuria asked. But who do I lean on? There was such a Nuria-like comment, but Ravana immediately felt a bit better. Nuria being grumpy meant things were getting back to normal. She felt better still after she washed her face and tidied her hair. There was cold rice and hot tea waiting when she had finished. Mother, would you like some breakfast? Nuria gently shook her mother. Mother nodded a little and shrank Nuria away, except for trips to the washroom and a couple of cups of tea, which Nuria kept in a thermal shack. Mother spent the day lying down. She kept her face to the wall and didn't speak to any of them. The next day, Ravana was tired of sleeping. Her feet were still sore, but she played with Ali and Marian. The little one, especially Ali, couldn't understand why Mother wasn't paying attention to them. Mother's sleeping, Ravana kept saying. When will she wake up? Mary asked. Ravana didn't answer. Ali kept waddling over to the door and pointing up at it. I think he's asking her father is, Nuria said. Come on, Ali, let's find the ball. Barbara remembered the pieces of photograph and got them out. Her father's face was like a jigsaw puzzle. She spread the pieces out on the mat in front of her. Mary joined her and helped her put them in order. One piece was missing. All of father's face was there except for a part of his chin. When we get some tape, we tape it together, Barbara said. Miriam knew that she gathered up the little pieces into a tiny pot and handed them to Parvana. Parvana took them away in a corner of the cupboard. They better trip along. Parvana even considered doing some housework just to pass the time. When she was worried, she might instruct her mother. At one point, all four children sat against the wall and watched their mother sleep. She has to get up soon, Nuria said. She can't just lie there forever. Donna was tired of sleep. She had been living that way for a year and a half, but there had always been chores to do and trips to the market with father. Mother was still in the same place. They were taking care not to disturb her, always the same. Donna thought if she had to spend much more time whispering and keeping the young one quiet, she would scream. It would hurt if she could read, but all the books they were her father's secret books. She didn't dare check them of the hiding place. What if the Taliban wars in on them again? They take the books and maybe punish the whole family for having them. Barbara noticed a change in Ali. He said, she asked Gloria. He is a mother, I saw in Gloria's life. He didn't crawl around anymore when he was put on the floor. He spent most of the time holding a ball with his thumb in his mouth. He didn't even cry very much anymore. It was nice to have a break from his noise, but Barbara didn't like to see him like this. The room began to smell too. We have to save water, Julia said. We wash it and clean it when the get done. Alice's dirty diaper would fill up the heat in the washroom. The little window didn't open very far. No breeze could get into the room to blow the stick away. On the fourth day, the food went out. We're out of food, Julia told Barbara. Don't tell me, till mother. She's growing up. She has to get us soon. She has to get us soon. I don't want to bother her. And I told her Barbara went over to Mother Tosha and gently shook her. With our food, there was no response. Mother, there's no food left. Mother pulled away. Barbara started to shake her again. Leave her alone. Nuria yanked her away. Can you see she's depressed? You are depressed, Barbara replied. We're so hungry. She wanted to shout, but didn't want to frighten the little ones. She couldn't clear dog and she and Nuria glared at each other for hours. No one ate that day. But our food, Nuria said again to Barbara the next day. I'm not going out there. You have to go. There's no one else who can go. My feet are still sore. The feet will survive, but we won't if you don't get us food. Now move. Ravana looked at Ravana looked at mother, still lying on the tosha. She looked at Ali, wore out and hungry and needed his guidance. She looked at Miriam, whose cheeks were already beginning to look hollow, but who hadn't been in the sunshine in such a long time. Finally, she looked at her big sister, Nuria. Nuria looked terrified if Ravana didn't obey her. She would have to go for food herself. Now I got her, Ravana thought. I can make her as miserable as she makes me. But she was surprised to find that this thought gave her no pleasure. Maybe she was too tired or too hungry. Instead of turning her back, she took the money from her sister's hand. What shall I buy? She asked.